The disappearance of Madeleine McCann. This disturbing case has left many still wondering, to this day, what really happened. Madeleine Beth McCann was a 3-year-old girl who mysteriously went missing on May 3rd, 2007, in her bed in a holiday apartment. She was in Praia de Luz, Lagos, Portugal, at the time with her family for vacation. The Daily Telegraph described her disappearance as the most heavily reported missing person case in modern history. Her disappearance is still a mystery to this day, and many wonder, what really happened to Madeleine McCann? Madeleine was with her parents, Kate and Jerry McCann, her 2-year-old twin siblings, and a group of family friends and their kids. The night of the disappearance, McCann's parents were dining with their friends in a restaurant 180 kilometers away from the apartment where Madeleine was sleeping. The parents were checking up on Madeleine until she disappeared at 10 p.m. A few weeks later, it was suspected by the police that Madeleine had died in an accident in the apartment but was covered up by the parents. This was then lifted due to a lack of evidence. Madeleine's parents tried to find her by hiring private detectives, but had no luck. The senior investigator treated the disappearance as a criminal act by a stranger, so most likely a planned abduction or burglary gone wrong. In 2013, images were released of a man carrying a child towards the beach on the night Madeleine disappeared, but the man was unknown, and it was also unknown if it was Madeleine or not. In June 2020, German authorities declared Christian Bruckner as their prime suspect for this case, but charges are still yet to be placed. So, with this information going forward, what happened to Madeleine McCann? We still don't know for sure, but something really disturbing about this case is famous Podesta brothers were confirmed to be in Praia de Luz, Lagos, Portugal on May 3rd, 2007, the day of her disappearance. There is also a picture taken of Madeleine's parents with their friends. We can see Tony Podesta in the picture standing next to Madeleine's dad. The Smith sighting. A man uncomfortably carrying a young girl aged at approximately 3 to 4 years old on the night of Madeleine's disappearance. People saw this man at 10 p.m., the time that Madeleine went missing. The young girl had blonde hair, pale skin, and light pajamas, disturbingly similar to Madeleine. The man did not look like a tourist and seemed to know what he was doing. An AI-generated sketch of the man shown here. Does that look familiar? It is very acknowledged that lots of mistakes were made soon after the disappearance. Neither border or marine police were given a description of Madeleine. So this case seems pretty suspicious altogether, so I'm going to bring a friend onto this podcast and give her opinion. So, Addison, what do you think about this case?
I think it's kind of suspicious. I mean, like, the photos, it looked like the guy and it looked like Madeleine. So, yeah, it was pretty suspicious.
Yeah, true. I don't know why people haven't been suspecting the Podesta brothers, because there were a lot of evidence and a lot of sightings and proof that it was them, but no one bats an eye to it.
Yeah, I agree, but everyone is innocent until proven guilty. So even if I think that they're guilty, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, this case is almost 20 years old now, and sadly, I don't think Madeleine is still alive.
What do you think happened to her?
Personally, I think that it was the Podesta brothers, because there was a lot of evidence, and those guys don't really have the best background information. So I really think it was them. But we'll never know. Sadly, I think her disappearance will always stay a mystery. But it's good to make theories about this.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so anyways, I think that'll wrap up my true crime podcast. This was a lot of fun to make, and it's really interesting because we'll never know what really happened to her. Bye.